there are 4 steps. The 4 step for the first that is orientation. Say this is the learning experiences that student get. An introduction step. The time allocation is 10 minutes. The teacher grades student and then invites to pray, check the attendance. Teacher invites student to recall what they had learned about biotic and abiotic, and then teacher give a perception by giving the example of 2 bear, polar bear and brown bear, and then the teacher asks the differences between them, and then teacher tell the lesson of the lesson material objective. And then the second one is collecting the data. It includes in main activity. First, the teacher give an explanation because of I choose the strategy to lecturing, and then to discussion time, teacher asks student to observe the video, and then the student write the interaction between living things and its ecosystem or its habitat in the worksheet that I publish. And then repeat the method is repeatedly after I explain the material. The student write the worksheet, and then I explain again, student write the worksheet again. The teacher asks student to identify the table. The teacher give explanation of interaction patterns based on its function and their food types, and then they identify into the table in the worksheet, and then the teacher give explanation of some symbiotic relationship in the environment, and then the student write the symbiotic relationship in the worksheet again. After that, the student communicate the result one by one. That is included in analysis the data in main activity. And then for the closing, student perform the formative test before teacher and the lessons. So that is my lesson plan for the interaction. And then I will change into the media first. Yeah. This is the media.
Okay, let's tell me like you are presenting the material in interaction among living things.
Okay. So this is the material of today. The title is Interaction Among Living Things and Its Environment. And then why I can change it? Okay, manually. Hello, my name is Suri Hairani Amri. I will guide you to discover more about living things interaction. And this is the learning components of today's lessons. This is the basic competence, analyze interaction between living things and its environment and population dynamics due to this interaction. And for the learning objective, students can explain the understanding of interaction in living things and their environment, and can describe patterns of interaction of living things. So first, before I start the lesson, I will start with a quote by Brian McGill from Voice of Reason. There is deep interconnectedness of all life on Earth, from the tiniest organism to the largest ecosystem, and absolutely between each person. And then we jump to this slide. So there are 2 picture of bear from in the right side. This is the polar bear, and the left side is it is a brown bear. Can you explain to me what's the difference between them? Sir, sorry, should my other friends interact
Yeah,
with
yeah,
me?
yeah. Of course, please you
Oh,
can ask your friend to give a good interaction with you.
okay. Okay. So my friend, can you tell me what's the difference between them? Anyone want? Okay,
I
Atoy.
like
Yes, please.
the habitat of the bear.
Yes, that's right. Uh, you are right, Atoy. Excellent. So for the polar bear, what is his habitat?
Snowy, Antarctica, sorry.
Yes, that's true. And for the brown bear,
Forest, rainforest, maybe?
Grassland.
right, Ilma. Ilma, you're right. So from the habitat, you can analyze that what they eat are different, right?
Yes.
Yes, and for polar bear, you can you you can what's the you can automatically knows that polar bear will eat some fish or some fish, right? And then for the brown bear, you can also know that the other names from the polar bear is honey bear. So you can already know that this brown bear can eat either honey or the small animals.
Yeah,
Like that.
maybe you can ask it differently. Firstly, you can ask the location, and afterward, you can ask the food of its polar to the student. Yeah, right?
Okay. Yes.
Or you can ask like what happened if polar bear located in grass, or yeah, put it different, vice versa. What is the consequence? Could the polar bear live in the green forest? This is also the question to the student. Yeah, you can ask. Maybe you could analyze, because I don't know the answer. What will happen if a polar bear live in the green forest?
Okay. Okay. Everyone, I have another question from this picture. So what if the polar bear change the habitat with the brown bear? What will it be? What it will be?
What would
Anyone can
happen?
answer it. Yes,
It
please.
would not
What
survive.
would die?
Why they will die?
Well, because their anatomy are suited for their natural habitat. So if you say you switch a polar bear, which is suitable for cold temperature, to somewhere that is very much not cold, it's going to suffer a lot and possibly die. Same goes to the grizzly bear.
So can we conclude that
This is the
the
first point, sorry. Another point, according to
okay.
its interaction, because we will connect this situation into its interaction. Now, the interaction of polar to abiotic, right? So polar
Yes.
interact with the habitat, which is different temperatures. And how about the polar interaction with the fish or their prey? Okay, so you can ask like that.
What's it?
Mm.
So after know what their what's that? Oh, I should ask some more question. Yes, okay. And then can the brown bear eat some fish? anyone want to answer? Candy brown bear. Yeah. Candy brown bear eat the polar bear's food.
Yes, it can, I think.
It is because what? Because what can it be? The polar bear. The brown bear can eat the polar bear food.
A fish?
Yes.
Because they are carnivora, I guess.
Okay, then continue to another slide. But maybe the point here, why do you show this picture is in order to capture the interaction of animal to biotic and abiotic, and
Yes.
also including the consequence. I believe the functional structures of the organ of bear in a different habitat will adjust it into their prey and into their habitat, yeah, temperature, and then what else? Like you are in the what tropical and you come to Japan or Korea. So we have in the what now here hot region, yeah, into the cold region, you will feel it differently. Yeah, because you know in four season zone, the temperatures within morning and then day and noon, then evening, it's quite what far or it's degrees. The temperatures different will be 2 or 3 or 4 degrees Celsius different. It's contrastly with the temperature in tropical region. Like me, the first time we are in Lembang and we come to Jakarta, I feel it hotter. Like what you feel, and you come to Lembang to me, and every day you feel it warm, and afterward you feel it cold. Without air conditioning, it's still cold today, 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, so next.
Okay, so from this we can conclude that the
Mm,
bear and its habitat have some interaction in it.
mm, mm.
And
So the
so
analogy like it make out our different. For example, the people in Lembang zone, yeah, in the night maybe you will what prepare a cup of coffee, yeah, hot coffee or something like that. And but the people in Jakarta region maybe they need ice tea. So because we need to adjust our body into our environment. So if the temperature different is to far away from the environment, maybe our heat transfer will uh, big higher. So we have a consequence to get fever. The same thing with polar, yeah. In having a different zone located in a different zone, you'll have a different consequence to their habit, their environment, their interaction to the prey, and also to abiotic. I'm not a biology, but yeah, maybe I can predict the description like that. So next.
yes, thank you so much, sir. So what so we jump to the next slide. From this picture, what can we describe? What can we analyze? What is interaction? Maybe we can jump to the explanation slide. So there is no single organism in nature that can live alone. Every organism always needs another organism. Not only organism, every single organism needs its environment to live also. And every creature in the ecosystem interact with each other. Because with the interaction, the ecosystem can run in balance, but in that ecosystem, the interaction that take place have a form, relationship, and a purpose. So interaction among living things and its environment, it's connected each other between every single tiny organism until the big organism. And with its abiotic or biotic things, and also every single things, each part in millimeters or in centimeters, like that, is it's connected to each other, related to each other. So how a species influence the population dynamics of other species and carrying the capacity of environment is called interaction. So interaction in this material interaction is connected to the relation of population and its habitat, actually. And then we jump to the next slide. In interaction, there are predator and prey. It is the what's that? One of the interaction among living things and animals. In animals, a predator in organism that eats another organism, and the prey is the organism which the predator eats. Sorry. So from you can see the picture in the corner.
Yes.
Anyone? Yes.
Yeah.
What is this? What are they? What the animal that in the picture, Atoy?
Cheetah and zebra. The cheetah will eat the zebra, maybe.
Yes. The cheetah will become what?
Predator.
Yes, that's right. And the zebra?
Prey.
Yes. Can you recall any interaction of predator and prey?
The crocodile is predator with, and the prey is chicken.
Yes, that's right. So the predator is the wildest one, and is the dominant one, I think. Yes, predator is the main character of this scenario, and the prey is the figurine, I think, or maybe we can say that the predator is the antagonist one that can bully the protagonist, like that. Can you before after Nabila says that crocodile and chicken after Nabila says that the crocodile and chicken is the predator and prey, anybody wants to share any other example of predator and prey?
Cat and a mouse.
Yes, Felicia.
Cat is a predator and a mouse is a prey.
Yes, that's right. So you already know what is predator and prey. And then we jump to the next slide. Yes. Okay. And then this is habitat and niche. Okay, habitat and niche. The habitat and niche is the place and function of its living things. A habitat is a place where an organism makes its homes, and a habitat meets all the environment condition an organism needs to survive. The main components of habitat are shelter, water, food, and space. So if there is none of this component, so that is wouldn't called as the habitat. And what is niche? Niche is the organism role within the environment. Niche is focused on how the organism impacts the environment. So from the we recall to the previous slide. The previous slide is cheetah and zebra, right? You can you can you s- can you say what is their habitat actually?
Oh yeah, sorry, I asked you. When is the best situation to give a worksheet? Is it before
Oh.
presenting the material or after presenting a material based on your strategy?
After
When is the best time?
oh yeah, sorry second.
Mm-mm.
After I give the introduction, I shared the worksheet actually.
So how did you connect your worksheet into what the student learn? In the worksheet must be complete the material.
Oh yeah. Okay, thank you.
Mm-mm.
Oh, sorry, sir. I have the slide of the open worksheet. I forget.
Mhm.
I forget
Oh,
after
open the
this.
worksheet. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Good.
Yes, I forget.
And also another questions to you. Your indicator starting C2 yeah, C to explain and describe. Well, the basic competence refer to analyze. How do you train the student ability to analyze the phenomena of interaction of living thing and environment?
For the basic objective of the material is to introduce and describe the interaction of living things and to analyze it student analyze by themselves in the worksheet.
So which activity in the worksheet we have what the activity to analyze? What look at your question is what? Yeah. What kind of interaction occur in the image? What happened to that interactions? What kind of interaction occur in the image? What happened to that interactions? Maybe here, sorry, because now that's 4.0 era. Maybe you can attach like QR code
Yeah.
showing the video of animal interaction. So that's not only the static image of what here, flower, yeah, or look here, what shark, yeah, okay. Or you can put like QR code so it can be click or using the phone to capture the link. Yeah, that's suggestions.
Thank you for the suggestion.
And also here, are there factors that influence behavior of living thing with their role and type of food? Oh, this is biotic. Why there is no what activity here? I mean, students do not observe anything. Look for ecosystem either from image or video circulating on the internet. Or why don't you provide the video like Poincy from of Interaction Live?
Already, sir, I played the video.
Oh,
Actually,
here the video is located in PowerPoint.
the video is actually same like Nimas, not same. This is the introduction of the ecosystem and biome. So after they watch this video, they can observe in the worksheet that I give.
Oh, okay. So the video firstly introduced directly by a teacher, yeah, presenting material, and afterward the student fill the answer on the worksheet. Is this
Yeah.
what do you mean?
No. After I give some introduction in this by watching this video.
Show it one. Maybe show it one will be better. Oh, you have to share with the sound, yeah. The sound is not here to us, or oh yeah,
A
sharing with
biome
the
is a
sound.
huge region of Earth that has a certain climate and certain types of organisms. 4 major biomes are tundra, forest, grassland, and desert. Let's learn about each one by one. At first, the tundra biome. Around 20% of the Earth's land surface is covered with this biome. The tundra biome is the coldest among all the biomes. The average temperature in the tundra is approximately minus 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Some lichens and small shrubs flourish in the Arctic tundra. Careful, polar bears live in the tundra. They are the largest carnivorous land mammals on Earth. Due to harsh climate, people do not prefer to live here. Now we're going towards the forests. There are 3 types of forest biomes: the rainforest, the temperate forest, and the taiga. More than half of the world's species of animals and plants are found in the rainforests. Ah, look at that cute monkey. Jaguars and monkeys, etc., can be seen here. Climate is typically warm and wet. Temperate forests have 4 distinct seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. You'll find various deciduous trees in this biome that lose their leaves in winter and bud new leaves in spring. Raccoons and red foxes are very common in this biome. The taiga is a forest of the cold and subarctic region. Long, severe winters last about 6 months, with average temperatures below freezing. Mammals living in the taiga include bears and squirrels, etc. Let's move towards the grasslands. Grassland biomes are places that receive more rain than deserts, but less precipitation than forests. Most of the plants here are grasses and wildflowers, which don't need much water. In Africa, grasslands are called savannas, and in South America, they're known as pampas. The largest grasslands are in East Africa. Grasslands support a variety of species. For example, zebras and giraffes live in the savannas. You'll see foxes, skunks, etc. in the pampas
Okay, I think
grassland.
it's enough.
Now
Sorry,
we're going to see the desert.
here it was enough. Can.
Okay,
Desert.
so after watching this video, maybe everyone can open their worksheet. So I will stop sharing. Oh, so this is the worksheet. After watching the video, now you can observe the surrounding environment. Yes, this is the what's that, live activity, hands-on activity. The student can observe in their neighborhood, because today they can do the observation in school. Maybe if we teach at school, if we learn at school, perintahnya diganti jadi sekolah.
Okay.
It's, and then observe carefully in a little place. So they should make a square of make a little square about 40 times 40, and record all the activities, living things that occur. But maybe because our neighborhood in this, because neighborhood there aren't have like a stone or a soil or plant, because they are all coal or they live in apartment, they can observe it clearly. So I will provide them to watch some videos. No, watch watch a video that they will choose one habitat of they like, and then they observe in the table like that, sir. The experience, the worksheet point A and point B is actually relate each other. Look an ecosystem either in image or video, or maybe, or they can use the previous observation, the live observation, so they can choose one like that. And then after that, after they get the worksheet, I jump to the interaction patterns. At these interaction patterns, they learn about the food types. The best food types, there are herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore. I give the example of the animals that there are herbivore, and then they are carnivore. Oh, sorry, this I haven't included the animals, and the omnivore. And then after I explain the food types, I connect to the symbiotic relationship. The basic symbiotic relationship in the middle school is called mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. So I give those three symbiotic in this material. So symbiotic relationship is a very close form of interaction between two types of living things that form a very close relationship called symbiosis. Symbiosis is also a relationship between two living things that lasts over a period of time.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I have an idea, sorry, but this idea, is it good or not? Please welcome the suggestion from the other. According to the basic competence of analyzing, we expect, I suggest to provide one phenomena in one habitat, involving many prey and then a predator. Predator and prey. We have a video within, for example, 15 minutes, and then ask the student to see interactions among animals, and also animals to biotic or abiotic. And afterward, ask the student to identify it one by one. First question maybe, which animal involved as an actor in the video? So they involve it: 1, zebra; 2, tiger; 3, what else? Plant; 4, what else? Giraffe; 5, and so on. Okay, and then would you please identify the role of each animal? The role of here, predator, here, what else? Connect it one by one. And then which interaction among animal in the video? For example, from tiger to what? Zebra, or lion to zebra. And what else? Could you draw like a schematic, draw linking from the chains of predators and the chains of prey? Yeah, I don't know the specific information in biology. I don't know the specific term, but maybe it will be an idea, will be good. Yeah, or flower be also involved. So the student who are able to analyze more animal which show more complex interaction will earn a higher score compared to the student who are observe only few animal with the few interactions. So that's a part of student ability to analyze. Yeah, one interaction among animal. And also include here mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism into one case. So the approach of your study is case study of animal interaction in a habitat within the period of time. Okay, it is my idea. Maybe I welcome another idea from another student.
Maybe anyone want to add this suggestion from
Yeah.
Sareka?
So it will be more comprehensive, right? So showing one video on observing the whole interaction in one habitat or one ecosystem, and afterward ask student to analyze and firstly identify, and then connect, and then understand and analyze in the end. So it will be better idea.
So like I provide one media that include all of the indicators.
Yes, whole indicator. Firstly, you just ask the student, or you describe all the term mutualism, what else, commensalism, and parasitism, and what else. But no need to give an example. But ask the student to identify an example as they observe directly from the interaction recorded by the video.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes, my friend, my other friend, can you add something from Sareka? Okay, maybe later you can add something after I finish this presentation. Okay.
Okay.
And then after this mutualism, commensalism, parasitism, and then that's all from the interaction living things. Maybe I stop share this media and go to the worksheet.
Oh, here assessment, right? In the end,
Yeah.
assessment.
Yes. I already share you about the point A and point B.
But here, the point maybe you can revise it into one case of the study. Yeah, viewing the observation of animal interaction in, for example, savanna within a year. Yeah, captured by the video and investigate the role of animal interactions among what biotic or inside living thing. Okay.
Okay. And then the point C is the interaction, the form interaction of symbiotic relationship. This is the mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism.
Okay. So how do you aware that students say that, oh, is it commensalism? How do you make sure student understand the what meaning of commensalism based on the observation if there is no evidence? Look at, for example, when you see for example here maybe the interaction could be mutualism, because for example a shark, firstly there are a parasite on its surface, and also disturb or gatal-gatal apa tuh bahasanya, and also the smaller fish, it also the shark will get what the mutual impact, right, to like smaller fish. So it could be mutualism, but I don't know, because if it just based on what the student read from the book, it means that the science is gained or what acquired by student, it's not based on observation, it only based on the reading on the text, right? So that is my opinion. If we have a video, investigate it more detail. How about the shark and also the shark? What there are a parasite in the shark, but I don't know what happened to the what smaller fish on the surface of the shark skin. Yeah, I don't know what happening. Yeah, so depend on how you explain and how do you provide a better video to describe a detailed interaction between both animals. Yeah, so we cannot summarize it as commensalism or mutualism without a detailed observations. Yeah, the analysis cannot be achieved without a real evidence because science needs evidence, right? If you could not show a real evidence based on a real observation, I don't think that student will understand. It just memorize, in my opinion.
Maybe because it is in our basic knowledge, the shark is a wild animal and they eat all fish as we know in movies. So we can conclude that the shark is the wildest one, and why the smaller fish like they gang with like shark and gangs good.
If a shark angry or hungry, yeah, will shark eat this smaller fish? That's my questions. Is there any evidence that shark could eat this smaller fish?
maybe someday they will.
Someday they will.
If
So the
they,
interaction will
if
be a
the shark,
predator to prey, not
yes.
commensalism. So yeah, that's my as I recommend to you. Yeah, give a detailed observation by student. Let's say the previous information from your previous teacher. Yeah, you just memorize it. But now we can revise something need to revise. Yeah, if do you think that in my idea we have to revise it because I aware that if student just observe this phenomenon, student will not conclude a beneficial information, right? Yeah, but it is in my sense. But the other maybe could give, for example, Nimas itself in the same topic with Suri could give a good recommendation to her.
For me, I just imagine to make a diagram. Sorry, the diagram of the interaction between one organism to another organism.
Okay. This is also our idea. That's a good thing as suggested by Nimas. Yeah. Okay. Another idea from student. Rahmi Hatma. Rahmi keep silent. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Your video.
I'm sorry, sir. Can you repeat?
Can you open your video? See. Yes, I see.
Okay. Yes.
On cam.
But it's like actually putus-putus kan.
Yeah, that support. You have an idea to support Suri to refine the material?
I think Suri's idea about assessment, right, sir?
It's up to you.
Oh.
Suri never told assessment first, right? Suri, you didn't share us the assessment. So before assessment.
Oh, actually, in the PowerPoint, but this is just my opinion, just my perspective. If you can nampung dulu. If you think it can be adapted by you,
you can apply it, but if cannot, it's okay. It's just my opinion that in PowerPoint, in the first explaining, when you definition, I think it is too long, the sentences.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So PowerPoint must be straight to the point. Yeah. So please shorten the text. Okay. Good.
But in di bawah-bawahnya, it is true that you manage it point by point, but in the first pertama-tama, it is too long, I think. There is sometimes that because I think because it is, you can explain it without insert it in the PowerPoint like that. Do you get what I mean? Okay.
You can put also the material in the worksheet into the PowerPoint. So make a good connection between what you explain in the media to what the student answer it in the worksheet. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Suggestion,
Okay. So thank you, Rahmi. What else? Another student, please.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Okay, Amria. Okay, Amri. Okay, please.
Okay, first of all, great, well done. Second, I think that if you add some sort of like short documentary video, that would be great. As in that, again, optimally, I would say that you should at least do one meeting where you and your student go outside and observe the environment by yourself. Because again, the best way of learning is to experiencing it. But yeah, if you cannot do that, if you cannot, in your lesson plan for a, outdoor session, you can always, show student some documentaries about like wildlife. And also for assignment, honestly, I think that you could probably use some like individual project. As in like, what I'm thinking is that I've seen videos about people making their own kind of like terrarium, which is like mini ecosystem. And if you can, you probably could have your student make one and then report the result of what they do.
Okay, so you can ask the student to make a mini ecosystem, such as creating an aquarium, and see the interaction among animal inside the aquarium. Yeah, aquascape will be more expensive. So, but if you can create a good aquascape will still keep it clean. Because some dust also will directly clean by another, for example, animal who automatically clean because it eat the dust from another waste material. Self-cleaning aquascape. Wow, that's very good. The problem in aquascape, they have an aquascape. I have snail in aquascape, and I cannot encounter it. I don't know. I just give up. Previously I lost 2 fish in my aquarium because my doctor give too much food during feeding, and afterward creating many bubble, and my aquarium become dark. within a night. Yeah, 2 fish kill. Just I clean again the aquarium, and there is an interesting thing in the fish. If a fish, we make fish hungry, fish will not die. But if we give too much food, to aquarium, fish will easy to die. That's my experience. If you want to live a home within a week, you can just give a smaller feeding, or you can put automatic feeding system in aquarium. Please don't give too much food to the fish. If you give too much food to fish, it will make, in my hypothesis, it protect oxygen capture in the water, and also it darken what the color of the water. It make a fish not easy to breathing. So yeah, some fish will die. That's my experience. Just keep a fish in hungry like we are fasting. So within a week, if you put such plant, also water plant inside an aquarium, in my opinion, it helps fish to what protect itself, because fish will eat some leaf from water plant. I don't know the name. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have, because I'm not a biologist, but I get it from my experience. Yeah. And also another potential in my experience, if you are seeing an aquarium it's not clean enough, because sometimes there are lumut, ya apa tuh lumut ya bahasa Inggrisnya. The fish need it, need to eat. Yeah, you do not give some feed to fish, but fish keep life. So yeah, so based on what people expect to cleaning aquarium, it will be not in line with the habitat of the fish itself. Fish need something, but sometimes it disturbs us according to our vision. Yeah, the scenery is not good, but it an ideal habitat sometimes for fish. Yeah, so that's my experience. Yeah, carrying a fish in my I-1-2 aquarium in our home. I am an outdoor aquarium and indoor aquarium here for many years. I take care of fish. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you, Suri. I think can you show another assessment to you?
Yes.
Yes, share us your assessment.
Actually, I forget the form of assessment, so I choose the assessment of formative test because I searched the assessment include the formative test.
Yeah. No worry.
Yes.
Why
So
do you prepare for questions? What is your considerations?
like I think it is for the basic knowledge after they already learn. Maybe I have to add some numbers in it because the time is long. Maybe I have to add some number. Yes.
Why don't you put
I forget to translate it.
Okay, why don't also you put like image representing what price or most should be more interactive, yeah, for the student.
I think I should, but when I work to it, kind of my brain go to another place and I forget about it. I'm sorry, sir.
So I feel that your assignment must be improved, especially appearance, and meet with the what indicator expected in the basic competence as a teacher to provide analyze activity. So that's the point. If we summarize the suggestion to you, suggested by another student, please, if it is available, you can put an outdoor activity, by the student. And but we appreciate your PowerPoint because your PowerPoint is clean, nice, and connecting to nature, the taste like nature's. I like your PowerPoint. Yeah, that's a nice thing from your side. And also your explanation, the way to what engage student. Yeah, it's good. And by the time you can engage student better. But in your worksheet, if you can provide one case study, should be better. And also connect through QR code. Yeah, that's a part of our technological advancement. Connecting to directly link to the link shorten the text toward the PowerPoint, and assessment meet with the requirement of the basic competence. So this is my suggestions. Yeah, we summarize based on the student what suggestion and me. Thank you, Suri, for your
Thank you
effort.
so much.
Mm-mm.
Thank you so much, sir, and my
Is there
friends.
anything
Thank
that still
you.
missed from our analysis? Maybe another thing still can be discussed
Maybe
before we. Okay, please.
I will stop share. Yes.
Okay.
So after all my presentation of this of all of this lesson plan, worksheet, assessment, and the media, maybe everyone can add some comments, suggestion, and anything.
And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to IPSC channel.
Don't forget to watch our IPSC profiles. I already watched the
That's very
videos,
good.
sir.
Very good. In my side, yeah, I feel it's very good and comprehensive, discussing in everything and reflecting our activity in IPSC. Yeah, internationally, okay lah. Yeah. IPSC profile, yeah. Do you proud? I'm proud of our video, yeah, created by Pak Ikmanda. Yeah. Excellent work from Pak Ikmanda. Yeah, good job. Okay, okay, yeah. So we continue to another discussion by whom? Afterward, global warming. Who will present first? Zahra or Nabila?
Nabila.
Okay, Nabila, please.
Hello? Is the screen appear?
It is opening, but still blank. But no, yeah, it's shared.
Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so this is my lesson plan. This for the first meeting, I think. So the material is about the global warming, and the submaterial is about the greenhouse gases, and then the definition of global warming and its causes. All right, so for the basic competence, here 3.3 is menganalisis perubahan iklim dan dampaknya bagi ekosistem. And then the 4.3 membuat tulisan tentang gagasan adaptasi atau penanggulangan masalah perubahan iklim. And this is the indicators, menjelaskan pengertian efek rumah kaca, menjelaskan proses terjadinya pemanasan global, dan mendeskripsikan definisi pemanasan global. And then for the learning objectives is after simulating greenhouse effect through the PhET platform, students are able to correlate the greenhouse effect and climate change. And then after analyzing the greenhouse effect through the video and article, students are able to organize the definition and the cause of global warming. For the learning model in this lesson plan is discovery learning, which means the student will experience some activity, some process activity, and then for the learning approach is process approach. Then for learning method is discussion. So for the experiences, there are some several stages based on the learning model. The first is for the step introduction. The stages is the stimulation. So the students are simulated by some pictures and questions. Students are given information, the importance of learning the global warming in order to reduce the effect of global warming. And then students are given information about what will they do within 80 minutes. Then students are asked their prior knowledge about environmental pollution, then link to the topic they will learn about. So the next stage is problem statement. So in this stage, students will identify the problem on the picture that given by the teacher, and then students identify how the greenhouse effect contributes to climate change. And then in the data collection, students in a group do a simulation of greenhouse effect on pet. And then actually this will be the part where I give the worksheet to the students. And then after that, students watch some videos related to greenhouse effect that can contribute to global warming. And then students read the article about the cause of climate change. After that, the next stage is data processing. So students process the information they have obtained through pet simulation, videos, and literature to be able to build the concept of global warming. And students fill the worksheet to strengthen their concept of global warming. Right. And then for the verification, students in groups make presentation to verify the result of data processing, and students within the group presentation over the peer feedback and teacher feedback. And then for the generalization, students draw conclusion based on the result of the presentation by writing down the conclusion on the Padlet page. Actually, if the condition is in offline class, so student can write down the conclusion on the blackboard using the like a sticky notes. And then students are asked to read book about the impact of global warming and its mitigation for the next meeting agenda. So that's for the lesson plan. And then the next is, I think it is a video. Wait.
You can share the pet also. And how do you deliver the content through pet? As mentioned in the lesson plan.
So now I will share the media first. Okay, so this is for the media. So, do you see my screen?
Yeah. So please open it.
Okay. So
The sound, don't forget to see. Is it sharing with the sound?
not yet actually, sir. But
Okay, so re-share with the sound so we can hear this voice.
so this is actually like a presentation slide, and then I collect it in the MP4 format. So yes, this is the cover. So we will learn about the global warming. Then, all right. So in this section, I will ask students to see the differences between these two pictures. So like students, do you let's take a look into this picture. So please observe. Do you see any differences between these two pictures? Like that, sir. So please, yes, please pay attention to this mountain, and also for this the amount of water. Also the other part of this picture. Do you see any differences? Then the students answer my question.
Is it located in the same place?
Yeah, this is located. This is located in the same place.
Okay, please highlight it. You can ask also the student, why do you provide the video or the picture in a different era? Look at. You can ask the student, why do we have to provide the same location? Yeah, but it should be better if you can show the same picture. The same picture and in the same location, but in different years. Yeah, so look at the differences. So this is the effect of global warming. Or make it better if you can provide not only 2 picture, 4 or 5 picture in every 5 year. So what's make it different? Wow, it's amazing. Okay.
I have searched in the Google, but
Yeah.
not found I don't found the pictures also. I just found it. Alright. So
Okay.
I will give another picture that
Mm-mm.
is still in the same place, but it's very different. Oh, this picture is there is no years on this picture, so I will change it later.
Mm-mm. You can ask the student how do you deliver the content a bit, and also please we need the response from the student to see the feedback from the content delivered.
Okay. All right. Right, students. So please pay attention to these pictures. And can you see this mountain between the left side mountain and the right side mountain? It is different, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It is different, Miss.
Yeah. So and then, sir, is it okay? Because I think.
Yeah, maybe we can wait for 5 minutes. Yeah, to skip and listening for Adan. So okay lah. So you can go to restroom and join again after 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Because the mosque is very near.
Okay.
All right, so let's continue. Okay, students. In this picture, we see the same places, but in the different condition, right? So can you identify what are the differences and what are the global warming effects in these pictures?
The presence of snow, miss. The presence of
Yes. All right. So the presence of snow, the left side, there are so many snow, and then the mountain also covered by snow, while the right side, there is no snow. Can you see? And then the other differences or the other effects of global warming. Who can mention it?
the living things that lives there. Like in the right side, there are so much grasses.
Yes, the living things. So, Felicia, how the living things on the left side?
I don't see any living things.
Yes. While on the right side?
I can see the grasses.
Yes. Yes, great. So there are so many grasses, and this ground is planted by many grasses, and also the mountain also covered by some plant, right?
Yes.
So yes, so that's the effect of the global warming. Now, there is I stated some problems here. Students, please think, why did it all happen and how did it all happen? So we will answer after you conduct some activities. So, and then the first is, okay, so the first is, please look at the picture and then what do you think about the greenhouse effect? And please formulate your own definition of the greenhouse effect. So, do you know what is the greenhouse effect? Who knows the greenhouse effect? So from this picture, you can formulate your own definition about greenhouse effect.
Yeah, so you can ask. I want to hear the definition of greenhouse effect. What make it different toward global warming?
Right. Oh, I ask student or
Yeah. I ask your friend. You can ask your friend, and we will hear the explanation from
okay, students.
friends.
All right, students. In the previous picture, I show you some pictures that affected by the global warming. And then in this section, I would like to ask you to formulate your own definition about the greenhouse effect. Right? So there is a picture here that represented the greenhouse effect. So do you know what is the greenhouse effect and what is the differences between the greenhouse effect and the global warming? Who knows?
May I try then, Miss?
Okay, Dicky.
All right. I don't know if it's wrong or is correct. So, what do I think about greenhouse effect? It is one of the factor that resulted for global warming, and what it's called greenhouse effect is because the phenomenon that happening in here is same like greenhouse. For example, if we have a greenhouse, it's there the greenhouse will be using a glass in the greenhouse, so the light will be reflected by the glass and going to the plants. And it's also the same in this part of area in earth. We have atmosphere. That atmosphere is like the glass of the greenhouse effect. That's why the atmosphere gonna reflect the light from the sun to the earth bake, not gonna going straight up to the atmosphere again. That's what I know about it. Yes.
All right.
Oh,
So
Dicky here, Nabila. I'm sorry to interrupt. Why it show a different color of the sun? Look at this. Look at there is orange and also yellow. What does it mean? Would you please describe the meaning of the color? Is there any purpose of using a different color or just for an art?
I think the color make it different because as we know that color it has its own light, what's it called again, the nm, the nanometer, like
Wavelength.
yeah, wavelength. Yeah, the wavelength, I forgot.
So
the
which light having a longer wavelength?
longer
Yellow one.
wavelength,
I mean the orange one.
the orange
Here
one,
or this one?
the more darker.
Orange. Lambda 2 and this
Yeah.
is lambda 1. Lambda 2 longer than lambda 1. What is the consequence of the longer wavelength?
The longer the wavelength, it has, for example, in the, I don't know, there is an experiment that going on that if there is pores inside the electron. Can I make it like that, sir?
We will discuss it in modern physics class.
Yeah, it's in modern physics class, sir.
But it must be to be discussed today. Yeah, because it needs your understanding.
If it's gonna be like that by the atmosphere, I think the pores in that atmosphere is different, and it can only escape for the less wavelength, but for the highest wavelength, it's gonna be hard to be escaped from the atmosphere. So.
Okay. Refer to energy. Which one? Here, lambda 2 longer than lambda 1. Which ray having a longer wavelength? Sorry, it has been here. So, which one having a higher energy? Why it directly automatically remove ya? By Nabila or somebody else? Which wave having a greater energy? Yellow or
Yellow.
orange? Yellow.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the consequence of the yellow having a greater energy?
Well, in the context of greenhouse gases, it means that it has more chance to escape.
Mm-hmm.
But then because of that, the lower energy one would just be trapped and ends up heating up the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. So higher energy will have it will be easy to pass through the material. While a lower energy, it has a tendency to be
trapped.
Diffracted, n kali lambda sama dengan d sin theta.
Oh yeah.
N lambda equal to d sin theta. So longer wavelength, it has a tendency to be easy to diffracted. So theta. So it's about theta here, theta. So shorter wavelength, yeah. So it has a greater energy, harder to be diffracted, dispersed. Yeah, but longer energy, it will be easy to disperse. You remember when a light pass? I don't know why it was. Is it directly clear? My drawing. I'm sorry. Please don't delete my drawing first. Oh, it directly automatically deleted. I'm sorry. Is it by Nabila or directly delete? It's directly deleted. I don't know why, but it's the fact. Oh, here it was accumulated in another one. Look at, yes, I have a prism, yeah, and sun here is polychromatic, yeah, polychromatic, yeah. Do you remember polychromatic? Chromatic consisting of many ray, and here, and afterward. This one red, and what else? Here, blue, yeah, blue, purple, yeah. Okay, that's the conditions, but at least we refer it back into what global warming. So global warming means that the atmosphere was reheated by the reflection of light having a lower energy. Yeah, so that's the definition of greenhouse. Yeah, greenhouse is reheating of the atmosphere due to the reflection of ray possessing lower energy of or longer wavelength. Okay. Why? Because in higher wavelength, for example UV, it will directly cut the organic compound. Do you remember why we have to protect our skin from UV? Because UV will engage you to get cancer. Cancer is the condition when radical chemistry happening. Have you ever heard radical chemistry? Radical chemistry from Burika? Not chemistry, radical chemistry. Radical chemistry means that if, for example, here, CC, I have, for example, Na, sodium chloride, yeah. When it was cut by UV ray, Na here do not create Na ion plus or Cl minus, but keep on radical. This is radical. Radical means this atom of Na do not receive or do not release an electron. They still keep one electron, but in metastable conditions. In this metastable condition, it will affect to that Na could easy to react with any compound. Previously, material do not react with Na, but afterwards, because Na is radical by reaction by UV, yeah, the bonding cutted by UV light, and afterward Na could react with any compound. This is just one example. It could be happen in our protein, in our skin. When we receive UV, just skin, okay, some protein in I don't know what's the meaning, biological molecule, yeah, affected by UV, and afterward it will be radical and it can grow a new skin unexpectedly. Jadinya kutil ya, tumor, cancer ya, if biological growth is too fast. So that's the evidence. Continue, Nabila ya. So I just want to describe it more detail on focusing on the concept.
All right, thank you so much. So after the student formulate the definition of greenhouse effect, so they will work in a group and then doing a simulation on the fact to strengthen the idea about the greenhouse effect. So should I show the how to run this PET for a simulation, sir?
Yeah. You can show us. Please explain one phenomena in PET, and then give us the reason. And what time? Until what time we have to finish the course?
15:30.
Oh, 15:30. Yeah, just simply show.
All right. Mm. It is a little bit slow. Okay.
HTML5, yeah, the new generations of Java. Yeah, previously Java was discontinued, and afterward continued by HTML5. Yeah, to prevent the virus risk.
I'm sorry, sir. I cannot hear your voice. Sorry, can you repeat, sir?
No, can you listen? Yeah, just show the PET simulations. I just explained that PET now apply HTML5 for its program. Previously, PET using Java, but now Java was discontinued due to the virus infections. So it's easy to be penetrated by the virus because Java is a platform across device, Android, Windows, iPhone, and what else, so on. So virus could take over the program in Java.
All right. Sir, but I'm sorry because I cannot hear any voice when I open the browser. So I just want to explain briefly.
So just show the slide if you can continue it. Okay lah.
All right. So I just want to continue my slide. Because,
yeah. On the slide you have.
All right. All right. So student, let's do a simulation on the PET. So you can in this PET you can see the increasing of the temperature when you add the greenhouse gas concentration here. So here you can add how many greenhouse concentration you will add to this environment. So you please observe the increase of the temperature here. And then also you can see that the yellow one is the sunlight photon and the red one is the infrared photon.
What is the connection of greenhouse gas to global warming?
Yes, the greenhouse gases can contribute to global warming when the concentration of the gases itself is overwhelmed. Like so many greenhouse gases in the environment. That means the greenhouse gases contribute to global warming.
How does the mechanism? How does the mechanism make the student aware? Oh, we have to consider the greenhouse gases. So what is the mechanism of global warming toward greenhouse gases? So this is maybe the question will be addressed to you as a teacher.
All right, so I will show the method. So in this section, while the students discuss with the group, also I would like to share the worksheet to engage more how the greenhouse contribute to global warming.
Okay, so show us what worksheet if you have.
All right. So this is the worksheet. Actually, it is a simple worksheet, sir. So I just asked the students to brainstorm during the discussion session and stimulate the brain to think logically what are the objects in the environment that contribute to the increase in the greenhouse gas.
But still not answer the question. Maybe another student could support. What makes the thing having a greater or higher temperature? What is the reason? I'm sorry, my neighbor having 5 dogs. So the sound could, sabarlah. but it disturbs you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we apologize for that case. Make people shock when the pass. Go. Okay. So what is the reason? How does the mechanism of greenhouse gases from the light? Yes, the questions. It's very fundamental. If you do not understand, you cannot explain it, the phenomenon of global warming to the student. May I? I want to hear this voice from home. Here, Humaira. Yeah, Humaira. Okay, Humaira. Yeah, not Fariza. Fariza attending modern physics class. Humaira. Yeah, Humaira.
Yes,
Are you there?
sir.
So how does the mechanism of greenhouse gases so make it having a global warming effect? Okay. Set. Yeah.
Then, from the path that I know, when the gases is a lot, then they can bergesekan dengan yang lain. Jadi it makes hotter.
It make it hotter. Why? Because it collide to each other.
Yes. And the atmosphere, it's like the glass. So the the gases cannot go to keluar planet, sir. Jadi terperangkap.
Okay lah. Yeah, I get 1 point, 1 keyword from you. Yeah, molecular collisions. Okay, another opinion from Nabia itself. I want to hear, of course.
So the mechanism, right, sir? So yeah, human activity maybe can contribute also to the global warming. So like human usually go somewhere within their private vehicle, like their cars.
Okay.
Also in our home, in our house also, we use some electrical tools. We use a refrigerator. We use the AC that will release the CFC gases, and that also contributes to global warming. Then the gas that we release from our activity will up to the atmosphere, and then how to say, and then they make like berjejer dan menutupi and cover the atmosphere.
Okay.
Yes, and then we know that our atmosphere also has a layer, ozone layer, and that the function of the ozone layer is to
thick or thin? Thick or thin? Is it thick or thin?
All right. So the ozone layer nowadays is a thin layer.
Thin layer. Where the ozone layer take place? Where is the ozone layer take place?
In the layer.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we have done in here. Do you remember Earth and Space Science courses? Yes. We have mentioned it before. So Amri. Okay, Amri. I believe that this topic could not be done by this meeting. So Namida, as a consequence, next week we'll continue the presentations. Yeah. Because to make it balanced. Yeah. So we need a detailed understanding, because it's not only how do you deliver the content, how do you prepare, but also your concept understanding. Yeah, our concept understanding must be what? Synchronized. Synchronized. Yeah. So Amri, please.
About the greenhouse gases?
Yes, how does the mechanism of greenhouse gases receiving the energy from spectrum, light spectrum?
So greenhouse gases basically absorbs the lower light spectrum, making it sort of excited. And that's like the last thing that anything in the universe wants to be. Because anything in the universe wants to be basically just in a rest state where they have the lowest possible energy. And so what they do is that they generate motion. And motion, as we all know, according to like the first law of thermodynamics, it generates heat, because the conversion of energy is that it converts energy into something, and the energy of heat. So basically that what happens is that when light is absorbed by the
What is
atom,
the cause of heat itself, Amri? What is the cause of heat itself?
Heat.
What makes something having a heat? That's my questions.
Vibration, if I recall.
Vibration. That's what the keyword I expect the answer from you. so that's what summarized into the point, the mechanism of greenhouse.
If I were to summarize it, so basically light is absorbed into atoms, it vibrates, and it heats up the atmosphere in general.
Don't forget to put the opinion from whom previously, Humaira, molecular collisions and vibrations.
As it vibrates, it also collides with other atoms, and I remember that one law that is like Brownian motion, that it also generates heat when molecules collide with each other.
Yeah. Which spectrum of light will engage the molecular vibration? Do you think all spectrum of the light could engage the molecular vibrations?
I don't think so. There's something called ionizing radiation for a reason.
Okay, so it's only a particular of wavelength could vibrate the molecule. The name is infrared. So infrared, from red, infrared, yeah, it could make molecule to vibrate because of its energy and the longer wavelength. But in the visible light or UV, visible light, yeah, will affect to the electronic excitations. So electronic excitation means there is electron transfer. So
electron transfer.
Yeah, so you need modern physics class. So we will describe it in detail. And UV will engage the chemical binding cuts. Yeah, so it cut the chemical binding because of it has a great energy. X-ray, UV ray, yeah, should be very dangerous for us. So please protect yourself. And you can wear mask, Pond's, yeah, Garnier, what else?
Well, technically, the recommendation from dermatologists, the best way to, protect yourself from sun is get in shade. Wear your clothes, get in shade. Basically that.
Yeah, that's why the people also, especially for girl, wear an umbrella while in the afternoon dry. To keep the skin from that's the evidence will happen. Okay, so thank you, Amri, for the descriptions. So this is what we summarize. Yeah, so greenhouse is the phenomenon of increasing temperature due to the reflection of spectrum, infrared spectrum, through the earth again. Yeah, as we know, the infrared spectrum accepted or will vibrate the chemical gas, greenhouse gas, consisting of water, look at carbon dioxide, methane, or nitrogen dioxide. Is there any phenomenon could reduce greenhouse effect? There's another question. Yeah, your activity could improve greenhouse gas contamination in the atmosphere, but the questions, what activity could reduce the greenhouse effect?
Keep fossil fuels in
Reduce the use of fossil fuels, so that because fossil fuels will release carbon dioxide. Yeah. Okay, preventing using of fossil fuel, converting into renewable energy will reduce the contamination of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Another natural phenomena, is there any natural phenomena could reduce the greenhouse gas?
Planting
Ocean
plants.
weathering.
Okay, planting. Okay, what next?
use renewable power.
And also look at unexpected answer, lightning. Lightning could reduce greenhouse gas because lightning could cut carbon dioxide, could cut nitrogen, and so on. By lightning, it produces ammonia, yeah, for plantations. Yeah, so subhanallah, subhanallah. It's only so now behind static electricity, it was connected into plantations. So that's how the God, and also aware by people in that era, in this era, we aware. Wah, subhanallah ya, saya baru ngerti ternyata petir itu berguna untuk pohon. So how the God create the earth and a system, yeah, as a system. System has a mechanism to what make it come back into the initial point, right? So if people growing tall building, yeah, and it could destroy anything, but how the God make it into reset the world by their bencana, gempa bumi, what else? Yeah. So that's the phenomenon we have to aware and make us realize that how the God created perfectly. Okay, I'm sorry because of the time. Yeah, we cannot continue the discussion again by Nabila. Yeah, so next week, inshallah, we will continue with the same discussion to understand the whole scope of the content delivered by Nabila and another presenter who Zahra. Yeah, Zahra. Yeah. So please be prepared for the presentation next week. Okay, thank you for the meeting today. I would like to say thank you for your participation. Alhamdulillah, you actively involved into discussions. It should be meaningful for your future work, yeah, as a science teacher. Inshallah, I want you to realize your own dream. Everybody has a dream, and please realize your dream with your greatest effort you can do. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Okay, see you next week or tomorrow, yeah, in another class. Okay, yuk. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya,
Thank you,
yuk.
sir.
Ya,
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.